In this lecture we are going to discuss and we are going to start Python programming language. Here in this lecture we are going to learn what is Python. Python is a programming language. Python is a famous programming language. Why it is a very famous programming language? Why? Because the entire programming syntax, the simple programming syntax. Why? Because we can, when we compared with other programming languages, definitely Python will be very easier, right? Very simple syntax, and the Python is a very easy to read. That is nothing but the Python is having code readability, very easy to read our code. Like just you observe here, suppose I want to print one statement. Suppose I want to print the statement print a plus a, print a. What is mean by this? Everyone can be read. The print a means it can be print some a, right? Suppose print b. Suppose just you observe here, print SRIKANTH. So everyone can very easy to read, right? So print. So this much very easy programming code is there. So what? This Python programming language is like just English command that makes code a lot easier and efficient. The Python is an interpreted high level and general purpose programming language. The Python was developed by the Guido van Rossum. He was started this development at 1980s. Actually, it begins. The code, Python code is begins at 1980s. But the first, he is working while working with this one 19. He starts working on the Python code from the beginning level. So 1989 means 1980. How we are implementing from, he was working in a ABC programming language. When he was one of the member in ABC programming language, that time only he thought about this Python programming language. But he was started the program language development at 1989. So the first version, the Python was released 1991. 1991 is released this basic version. That means in 1991 the Python was released, right? With the basic, the public can be accessed by this Python programming language. The Python is a interpreted high level programming language that developed by Guido van Rossum at NRI, National Research Institute, Netherlands. Guido van Rossum formatted the Python in the late 80s as a successor to the ABC language. Here I want to tell one thing. The Python is a very general purpose, but it is not a specific to particular area. You minded that the Python is not suitable for one particular area. Everywhere we can use Python. Like just you observe, everyone knows the machine learning and data science and artificial intelligence and running cloud automation and web development we are using, and games point of view we are using. In every area, very number of areas we are using this Python code. So Python is very simple and easy to learn. And why this Python? Why? Because they are having very less code. Compared with other programming languages, the Python is having very less code. Suppose I want to print one statement. Just you observe, I want to print one statement. Print SRIKANTH. Just you print the SRIKANTH word. So when we write this Python in a Python programming with the help of Python programming code, definitely it is very easy. Just with the help of one simple statement we are printing this. What is the output of this one? The SRIKANTH. But when you are using C language, when you are following a C language, it is difficult to write. Why? Because initially definitely you should write header files. Then you can start the main method, and within the main method you should write the printf function, and within the printf function you write, and we can close this. Definitely you are using this one header files, right? And when you are using a Java, definitely you should import some statements, and you should write public static void main, and definitely within the class only you can write this, and within that SOP SRIKANTH. Yes. So when you observe the Python code, the single line, with the help of single line, we are developing one statement. We are printing one statement, right? But when we compare with other programming language, same work, but we want to write a couple of lines definitely we should write the couple of lines. Without that couple of lines, it's very difficult. So here Python, when we compare with other programming syntaxes, it is a very difficult, right? Very easy, not a difficult, it is a very easy single line. Suppose if you want to declare one variable, in Java, just you observe, in Java you want to declare one variable. So how you can declare? Definitely you should use one data type, right? Without this data type, int, long, whatever it may be, without this data type you cannot initialize, otherwise you cannot declare your variable. Suppose this is A. Suppose in the place of A you can write a SRIKANTH. It is not allowed, right? Internally it was changed. Internally the SRIKANTH is maybe stored in a number format, right? But it is not allowed actually, right? But in a Python programming language, you can declare one variable. Just you can declare one variable and you can assign direct value. It may be A, may be string, A may be number, A may be float, and A may be boolean, and everyone. So we cannot specifically, we are not specifying data type name. That is one more advantage is there. So not only that, many advantages are available in this Python, and you mind it, if you are a beginner to learn this programming language, definitely you should start from Python only. If you are having good knowledge in C and Java and you are focused on this Python program, when we compared with other programming to this Python programming languages, definitely you should focus some area. Why? Because the result point of view, the Python gives some different way, different answers, but procedure is similar 80%. When we compared with the Java and C language, definitely it is a similar. Why? Because the Python internally was influenced by the C programming syntax and ABC programming language, ABC programs, right? So what? It's a Python is definitely having the other programming language features. Why? Because just you observe, from the C it was influenced. What type of influence? It was a functional programming features are copied from C language, and OOPS concepts are copied from C++, and scripting language, the scripting can be copied from Shell and Perl, and modular programming languages are copied from Modula 3, right? From the Modula 3 it was copied. Means the Python is influenced from different programming languages, right? But most of the syntaxes, the Python is derived from C and ABC language only. And versions, when we compared with the version, just to observe, the Python 1991, it was released the basic version, right? And in 1994 it was released the first version. In 1994 it was released the first version with the features, exception handling features, and the lambda, map, reduce, filter. So it was influenced. I mean that in 1994 the release the version having this much of capabilities, the exception handling, lambda and map and reducer and filter. And in a 2.0 version, when your 2.0 version was released at 2000, it was released, and it was come from a list comprehensions and garbage collection. It's a garbage collection of collecting referencing cycle, list comprehending. And the 3.0 version was released 2008. And when you observe, when compared with the two version like Python 2.0 and Python 3.0, the completely different. When you observe Python 2.0 and Python 3.0, both are different. And suppose when you are observing other programming language, Java 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 and 4.0, now it will be 8.0 and some it will be increased. The Oracle also 13 version is there, right? The plenty of versions. When the programming language updated one version to another, it having features, the backward features, right? It having a backward features. Means the Python 2.0 having Python 0.1.0 feature and 0.90 features, right? But this Python 3.0 not having any backward features. It is a new from Python 2.0. and everyone should mind that. So Python 2.0 is different from Python 3.0. So Python works where the Python is works. So Python can works desktop level and web development level, networking level, games level, data analytics, machine learning, the many areas it will be works. And almost all companies uses Python, even NASA and YouTube and Google and Netflix. So world class companies can uses this Python. What are the limitations in Python? When you observe, the Python is works in all areas, right? We know that the Python is works at machine learning and web development and some scripting level, cloud automations, everywhere it works. But there are some limitations are there. When you observe, the Python is supports web development, but it is not a mobile development. The Python is not support for the mobile applications. That is the one drawback is there. What about drawbacks? It's not supports because not supported library modules. Libraries required for this mobile. The Python is not supporting for that. And the Python is not support for enterprise application. So what is enterprise application? Just observe, one drawback is there here. Like a banking application, telecommunication applications, there is end-to-end not best choice for this. End-to-end not best choice is for this, in the sense the Python is not suitable for this high level the applications. Why? Because the Python is an interpreted programming language. That because it executes line by line. So it is not a high performance. The Python having not high performance. So what? It is not suitable for high level programming, high level applications. So there are two drawbacks are there. The Python is interpreted line by line code, it is executed. So what, suppose our program is having 10,000 lines of code, definitely it would like the performance differences are coming when compared with the Java, when compared with the Python. The Java having 10,000 line code, it will be executed very speedily compared with this Python. So mobile applications, it's not support, and enterprise application like a bank and telecommunication websites, we are not preferred for end-to-end development with this Python only. Python is supporting with, so we will discuss how the Python is doing, and if in case end-to-end what happens, and how it was very famous. So there is one drawback is there, the even also Python is very famous. Why? So we learn in a further lectures, right? Thank you, bye bye, have a nice day.